Chris and Nick here at SaratogaWine.com with a pretty unique tasting. This is a vineyard that I personally don't have much exposure to. Actually, to be frank, none at all.
Until today.
It's Storybook Vineyards out of Napa, right? All the fruits from Napa. But you've been there, correct?
Yep.
So I'd love to hear that story.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So it was funny. The second time I was ever in Napa, had the chance to kind of visit this place. I had actually come across a bottle of their Reserve Zin, which is kind of what they're famous for, in a local retail shop. I had tried it. It just absolutely blew me away. So I was like, cool, I got to try this place.
What time frame are we talking?
2015 was when I went. And I was just, you know, I hate to use the words enchanted, but you're really kind of enchanted by Storybook Mountain Vineyards. The property was originally developed by literally brothers that had the last name Grimm. So the brothers Grimm back in the late 1800s. Yep. And they actually made it all the way through Prohibition. They were, you know, pouring sacraments of wine. Eventually it was abandoned. And in the mid 70s, Jerry Seps took it over, kind of started replanting the vineyards. They renamed it to Storybook Mountain Vineyards as kind of an homage to the brothers Grimm, and kind of really played off of that. But they were actually advised by Andrei Chelichev that this was kind of the best area in Napa Valley to plant Zin. Right. So, I mean, talk about the highest of high power, right?
You do what he says.
In winemaking. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Now Seps has his own label now. Was that concurrent with Storybook or no?
Yes, part of the same.
Okay.
So Seps, there's kind of a Seps estate wine. In fact, they might have actually had the original name for the Cabernet as Seps.
Okay, got
it was kind of, you know, that was their way of incorporating that. But just
there.
A really, really awesome, still family owned. I think the daughter has taken it over. In fact, she was the one who gave us the tour that day.
Oh, cool.
So it was just really just a unique kind of, you know, down home, small production,
family run,
amazing wines, you know. And as we tasted today, I think, you know, the four of us that tried them, we were all kind of blown away just at how good all of them were, right? Yeah. And still relatively good values for Napa Valley.
Oh, sure.
So
no doubt.
Running through them real quick. The first one here is kind of their entry-level Zinfandel. This one's called Eastern Exposures.
So to me, tasting it now and tasting it then, right out of the gate, just refined. You know, it's not that slap you in the face, overtly fruity. I mean, there's tons of fruit there, but you can kind of smell, you know, the tannins and the structure and all that. So
I get that red licorice, kind of black cherry liqueur thing coming out of this. I mean, I think the thing that's going to connect all these is balance, right? All balanced, great, you know, opulent fruit for Napa. Obviously, it's you know, you get more, but none of these are over extracted. The alcohol on these is under 15 on every one of them, which is pretty rare. They get that nice balance of heat and diurnal shift, right?
Yeah, that's what makes great wine. Yeah, this is beautiful.
Great for an entry level Zin, for sure. I mean, it's premium in its own right, and yet it's still kind of, you know, the starting point for these guys. So we're jumping into kind of their Bordeaux blend. So this one's called Four Reds.
Okay.
Kind of an homage to the traditional Bordeaux blend. For the most part, it's mostly Cabernet, some Petit Verdot in there, a little bit of Cabernet Franc and Merlot.
I know you're gonna make fun of me for this, but it's one. I didn't know it was 1% Cabernet Franc, but I said I smell Cabernet Franc, and
you really do. To be quite honest with you, you get that really little peppery note coming shining through.
It really pops to me. Cabernet Franc pops, you know, almost wherever it goes. You know, I can usually pick it up. I
mean, great fruit coming through on this. You get that nice dark kind of black cherry. You get the tobacco that you would expect from your Bordeaux grape varietals here. Some cedar.
The Merlot is filling it out real nice.
Yeah,
some blue
little
fruit,
plummy note, right?
And then that Cab Franc bell pepper, I just love. These are all really working well together.
Boy, that's delicious. And again, great value for Napa standards. I mean, still family owned, which I think really kind of is the leading factor why it's still reasonably priced.
Right, because it didn't change hands and sell for millions and millions of dollars 2 or 3 times. Like this is, you know, they bought it back in the day.
Back in '76 when, you know, think of the Judgment of Paris, right? They probably got it, you know, for pennies on the dollar.
No, this is
that's great.
Classic California Cab, but clearly old world meets new world.
Yeah.
Like, and you can tell they're doing that on purpose.
Love that.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful.
And now jumping into kind of the two premier wines for the estate, I'm going to pour first the estate reserve Zinfandel.
Okay, cool.
And again, current vintage here is 2019. And in fact, it's 2019 on all of these.
Although running low, we found out from the supplier.
Yeah, not a whole heck of a lot left, which is partially why I wanted to feature them, just because I think they're doing such a great job. Like they're really just. Again, you know, if you have Andrei Chelishev telling you this is the best place
where to plant what
in Napa to plant Zin, clearly this is the, you know.
Don't rip it up. Do what he says and leave it there.
Yeah, my goodness. I mean, you get that classic raspberry, you know, coulis. You get the peppery,
brambly a little bit, but again, super
slight creamy edge, kind of rounding it out.
Super light.
We opened these an hour ago to taste them for the first time, and it's probably twice as good as when it first blew us away. You know.
And so as we're talking about this, it's summertime, perfect. Barbecue.
Oh my God! Absolutely.
Grill reds. Is the slight chill on these?
Yeah.
They're great with almost anything you're going to throw on that grill.
Burgers. Yeah. Grilled chicken. You know, barbecue chicken, barbecued ribs. Anything you can imagine.
Oh. This is literally what Zin was built for.
I'm almost getting kind of this baking spice floral note coming out of this now too.
Definitely. Yeah.
I would argue that even amongst kind of the giants of Zinfandel in California, this might be one of the top ones that I personally have had.
Oh sure. Turley, Ridge.
Yeah, and I love Ridge, sure. And I love some of the higher end Turleys. I mean, this is like everything is in balance. It's
which I always appreciate.
Yeah, I'm getting really geeky about this wine.
That. So you definitely had the estate Zin when you were there.
Yeah, yeah.
That was
I think the first time I ever tried it was 2006.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was amazing.
That's cool. That's great.
It just, you know, again, really, really well balanced.
And last but not least.
So their estate Cabernet, again, 2019 here.
So the cab
under 15%.
Right. So the cab was planted at the same time as the Zin?
No, they planted a little bit later.
Okay.
So the Zinfandel was kind of the first thing that they replanted the vineyard to once they took it over in the 70s. Okay. And then they eventually made their way into kind of planting more grape varietals. Right. I mean, I'm sure you have to, if you think of diversifying the portfolio, right? Sure, you got to have a cab in Napa. So
definitely.
Wow.
It's got that like mint.
Yeah.
Napa Valley.
Eucalyptus.
Yeah, eucalyptus. Yep.
There's some like cigar wrapper coming through. I get a little kind of, there's a slight greenness, but not underripe. There's that like green tobacco type thing going on. I'm not sure if it's 100% cab.
Right.
It seems like there's probably a dash of Cabernet Franc in there, given that kind of that green peppery note. Yeah. But it's, again, I mean, wow, what a nose, huh?
Appreciating the balance. It's got tons of fruit.
Yeah.
It's got tons of acidity. It's got tons of tannic structure. Everything working together, you know, making this just drinkable on its own, but with food, forget about it. This would be amazing. It just
clearly we're in steak territory, but I haven't even pushed the envelope for barbecue on this.
Sure.
Some sort of grilled chicken. Think of like a steak au poivre, coq au vin, you know what I mean? All sorts of great things. Yeah. What a great lineup. These are amazing wines. You know, again, sometimes when you go to a winery and you get kind of immersed in that experience.
I'm like, are you sure you're loving these?
Right.
Not just because you went there, but then as soon as I had them, I'm like, okay,
you get enchanted by the experience, right? You're like, oh, these wines are great. And then you buy some and bring them home and somehow they're not as good. Yeah, no, these are every bit as good as the first time I had them.
I've never been there and I love them. So,
which is saying something for you. I mean, that's impressive.
For Napa and value, you know, you don't really hear those two words in the same sentence, but these are
rarely
a steal.
Yeah, absolutely.
For price point.
A couple different Zins here for you today. The Eastern Exposure Zin, their Reserve State Zin, just absolute banging values. We have a Bordeaux blend called Four Reds, and then their Estate Cabernet. Absolute stunning set of wines.
Great.
Storybook Mountain Vineyards. If you are unfamiliar with them, and you probably are, as most people are, get them on your radar. There's some limited inventory available. These are all 2019s, like we said.
If you get a chance, visit. It's beautiful too.
Oh my
right?
God, yeah, it's a gorgeous estate. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Grab a couple of each, fill out a case. I mean, you literally can't go wrong. These are stunning set of wines.
They're pretty great.
Yeah. Nick and Chris here. Thousands more others. Storybook Mountain Vineyards. Check them out. Cheers.
Cheers. Cool. That's like, I mean, I know it's cliche, but as it opens up, it's getting
That's amazing. Yeah. That's a great friggin' wine.